It's been about 6 months since a handful of private retailers were given the green light to sell pot here in Ontario. But businesses still face challenges when it comes to advertising their products because of strict regulations. Well, an event tonight in Toronto was one creative way those in the cannabis industry are looking to get around the rules and get their products in front of would-be customers.
And the winner is Subscribe.
Tonight is the Canadian Cannabis Awards. It's the 6th annual awards, and it's here at the Fairmont Royal York. This is actually the first awards ceremony where we've had like a full year of legalization.
An elegant affair inside the Fairmont Royal York tonight as leaders in the Canadian cannabis industry were recognized by their customers and peers.
For consumers at least, it's all about trust. What brand do you trust? What company do you trust? And the awards is really about showcasing the best of the best, so that the customer and consumer really knows who the key players are in the industry.
The event was put on by Lyft & Co., a data analytics company for the marijuana industry. CEO Matteo Olaru says tonight's awards ceremony is just one of the many ways the pot industry aims to drum up attention while making sure they stay within the rules.
Unfortunately, because we have had slow retail rollout and restrictions with advertising, the smaller players just need a longer runway to get their product in front of consumers.
The Federal Cannabis Act prohibits most traditional forms of advertising, including print or broadcast. So instead, companies have to get creative. For example, celebrity endorsements aren't allowed, but there are no rules against celebrity partnerships, like rapper Drake's deal announced this week with Canadian cannabis producer Canopy Growth.
These kind of deals where you form partnerships with famous people are actually quite smart, I think, because nobody can stop you from talking about the development of your business, and it just happens to be a cannabis business. The buzz that will be created around this partnership will create, I think a fair bit of news for Canopy, and it's really smart. Now, that said, Canopy is probably the best known cannabis company in Canada already.
But not everyone has deep pockets. Smaller businesses are at a disadvantage, and they have to find other ways to get attention.
Companies are starting like corporate social responsibility programs, giving back to the communities, using some of their profits to give back to communities that have been hurt by prohibition in the past.
Some industry analysts argue that the strict regulations are keeping customers out of the legal market.
The illicit market has about 75 or 80% of the total market still.
Still, Olaru says he's optimistic. A change will come eventually.
It took about 15 years after alcohol was no longer prohibited for post-prohibition alcohol sales to meet that of pre-prohibition. So it will take time, especially for the black market consumer.
Now, Lyft & Co. says more than 30,000 customers cast their ballots online, and in total, 32 awards were handed out tonight.